Have you ever thought about how a massive industrial bakery keeps track of every single loaf of bread coming out of the oven? Today, we're diving into a really cool case study about how one company saved thousands of euros by swapping out their old clipboards for cameras and solving a problem that so many production lines face.
You know, when you're running a massive production line, it's often the simplest, most repetitive tasks that end up costing you the most. When they're done by hand, they can just quietly eat away at your profits without you even realizing it.
So let's just get right to it. Is counting by hand just a necessary part of the job, or is it actually a hole in your pocket? Well, for one large bakery, the answer was costing them thousands.
I mean, think about it. The problems with manual counting are pretty obvious when you lay them out. It's not just a little inaccurate. It's expensive because of all the wages, it slows everything down, and honestly, people get tired. A camera, on the other hand, it never needs a coffee break. And for this bakery, all these little problems were really starting to add up.
Okay, so you might be thinking, why not just slap a simple sensor on the conveyor belt? Well, it turns out this wasn't just a simple counting problem. The factory floor had some, let's just say, unique challenges that made basic automation pretty much useless.
First off, this thing had to be smart. We're not talking about counting identical little widgets here. Nope, this factory was pumping out 13 different kinds of bread, and the system needed to know the difference between every single one.
And then there was the chaos on the belt itself. I mean, picture this. You've got loaves bumping into each other, overlapping, some moving faster than others. A simple laser counter? No way. It would be totally lost. You need something that can actually see what's going on.
And that is where this company, CamContador, comes in with a game-changing solution. Their computer vision technology. It's an AI that couldn't just see the products, but could actually understand what it was seeing, even in that chaotic environment.
So what exactly is computer vision? Well, in simple terms, it's about teaching a computer to see and understand the world through a camera, pretty much like we do. The big difference? It can do it 24/7, perfectly, without ever getting tired or distracted.
So how well did it work? Get this, 99.8% accuracy. That is just staggering. It's a level of precision that a human team just can't maintain, shift after shift. This one number changes the entire game. So you're probably picturing some crazy futuristic lab equipment, right? Nope. It's actually way simpler than you'd think. The client used an IP camera and a computer they already had. The only new thing they needed was a modern graphics card, something you could find in a decent gaming PC. All of it powered by CamContador's software. Okay, so a system this powerful must be a nightmare to install, right? Actually, the whole process is surprisingly straightforward. The real genius here isn't just in the tech, it's how fast you can get it up and running. It's really just a simple three-step process. First, the client sends over some video of their production line. Easy enough. Second, CamContador's team gets to work, basically teaching the AI what to look for by labeling all the different types of bread. And finally, once the AI has learned its lesson, they just install the whole thing remotely on the client's computer. Super efficient. And here's the really cool part. The system learns. It wasn't perfect from day one, but the engineers kept feeding it new production data, refining the AI, and making it smarter and smarter with each pass. After a few rounds of this, there were practically no errors left. All right, let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for, the money. Let's talk about the return on investment, because this is where the story goes from interesting to absolutely compelling. Just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got an €8,000 recurring annual cost for manual labor. On the other side, a single one-time investment of just €1,350 for a system that never asks for a raise, by the way. And they're totally transparent about the cost. No hidden fees here. It was €900 for the AI software and all the training services, and €450 for that graphics card. That's it. Simple as that. Okay, this is the kicker. When you're saving €8,000 a year, an investment of $1,350 pays for itself in, less than 3 months? So from month 3 onward, all that money is just pure savings, going straight to the bottom line. Wow. So let's zoom out a little bit. Over 3 years, that €8,000 annual saving adds up to a whopping €24,000. We're not talking about a small operational tweak here. This is a huge financial win, all from one smart, one-time investment. So what's the big takeaway here? It's pretty clear, right? It's time to stop letting those small, invisible errors from manual work just drain your profits. Automation like this isn't just about being more efficient, it's absolutely critical for your company's financial health.
So if you're ready to see what a custom AI solution could do for your production line, the first step is really simple. You can just start the conversation by reaching out to CamContador at the email you see right here.
And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. This bakery found a €24,000 blind spot in their operations. So, what hidden costs are lurking in your production line, just waiting for the right technology to bring them into the light?